Hi, my name is Helen and I live in Canada. I'm an INFP. So I think if you are interested to know a bit about yourself because you are an INFP or someone you love is an INFP, then you've come to the right place. First, the basics. INFP, the Myers-Briggs personality type. It is one of the most rare, but that doesn't mean we are going to be all superior and try to, become too narcissistic about ourselves. But it's just one aspect of ourselves that we can try to understand, and in turn, that will help us live a more fulfilling, happier life, which will in turn hopefully better society. Because at the end of the day, understanding who you are and what your talents and strengths are, and what you possibly can offer, is really one of the most important things about learning your personality type and what it means to be an INFP. As you know, there are 16 types, and each of them has their own talents and things to offer, and their special place in the world. Okay? And I don't value one over the other, but as an INFP, I speak from my experience and hopefully I can help you. So, first, introverted, intuitive, feeler, perceiver. Introverted, it doesn't mean we all want to be hermits and we despise people. To the contrary, we love people, we have a warmth, we have a curiosity about people, but we at times can do that at an arm's length. So we like to observe people, try to understand them. But we are more sort of focused inward. We're more focused on reflection and trying to sort of gain our equilibrium and energy through, alone time, maybe some reading, writing, listening to beautiful music. And that's how we recharge and that's how we feel replenished. So that's sort of the aspect of introversion that is not always appreciated, but that's how we were born, basically. We can certainly improve our communication, with others, or even challenge ourselves to try new things externally, and be less self-conscious when we are dealing with other people. But at the end of the day, as introverts, we gather our energy through solitary, much of the time, solitary activities. Okay? Intuitive, the what if questions. We're very curious about all of the unspoken truths. We can read between the lines. We can make connections quickly. Connections in terms of what does this mean and how does that affect that, and cause and effect. And we're very fascinated by possibilities. That's much of the reason why we often struggle with what kind of a career should we have, where, should we stay, should we go, is this relationship fulfilling, is this, like, where our minds are constantly surveying the possibilities. And so we can try to work that to our advantage, okay, instead of help making us feel too frustrated. But it is a gift to be able to make those connections, to be able to see patterns and things. That type of insight is very valuable, okay? And third, feeler. We are feelers. We often lead with our heart. We feel emotions intensively. We have great empathy. We care about people's suffering, their sadness, even if we don't know them personally. So, even on an abstract level, we can feel others' pain. We can imagine their path. Okay? That's what makes so many of us, good writers, or, great teachers, counsel, filmmakers. We can sort of step into the life of someone else and imagine how they feel, how they may move through the world, and how they perceive things. And then we get we can see the humanity in everyone. We have a strong sense of justice. We have a strong sense of compassion. Okay? So don't let anyone tell you you're too sensitive, you're too, just brush your feelings off. That's a strength, to be able to feel deeply. It is a strength. Last, perceiver. Perceiver, basically, I just look at it as we are very open-ended. Okay, our lives are a bit more fluid. We're not as rigid in our schedules. We're not as rigid in our time frames, in punctuality and deadlines. Those are things that bring us a little bit of stress and challenge. Okay, so those are areas we can work on, because being punctual, being considerate of other people's times is a life skill. It's important, but just to let you know, it's not the priority for us, and it's a challenge. So it's something we can work on to improve ourselves in terms of how we deal with other humans, right? Or even our pet and plant friends that we may, need to take care of. So it's important that we have a reasonable schedule, but just to say, doesn't always come naturally to us. We tend to go with the flow wherever our feelings take us, and so we kind of, as you mature, you'll sort of try to regulate that a little better. Okay, so perceiver, open-ended. They are basically very they are hard to predict. They're not as regimented and I'm not going to say trustworthy, but in a more conventional sense, say, oh yeah, she'll be there early, or on time, everything organized, completely, those people, I value those people very much, because I'm not one of those people, but I respect them, and I'm bringing my strengths to the table. I'm bringing something, but I'm just saying that we're not going to be the most organized, punctual, predictable people on the planet. Okay? All right. Now, so let's talk about some callings that INFPs have. You have to pay the bills, of course, unless you're married to someone very wealthy, or you come from a wealthy family, or have won the lottery. We all need to make a living, right? But there are some jobs that are a more natural fit for us. Let me quickly name some, and in my next video, I can get more into detail about how you can sort of find that path and trusting your feelings and instincts to get there, and not starve. Okay, so let's go. As you probably heard, something in the creative, artistic fields, such as music, art, writing, design. Many INFPs are drawn to these careers. And you can develop your skill and your talents, and you can make a living doing something that you love or even passionate about. And ultimately, that's the ideal, right? And we are idealists after all. Okay, so musician, writer, and writer can encompass many different things. Novelist, nonfiction writer, even journalist, although more in like investigative journalists rather than someone like on a beat daily. I would say that may be a bit overwhelming for an INFP, but you may be into that. But something journalism related, opinion columnist and commentary person, and or someone who works in the writing field, copywriting, copy editing, editor, blogger, anything related to writing or journalism, okay? Visual arts, and as I said, design, musician, all of those things are natural fits for INFPs. Teaching, being an encouraging person, a loving teacher, someone who can try to bring out the potential in their students, okay? More like an English teacher or language teacher, art, drama teacher, music teacher, along those lines. Although in a more conventional classroom, there are INFPs, okay? Yes, as long as because you have that connection with your students, and that you use your compassion every day, okay? And then we have things like religious counselor, a pastor, even a priest, someone into theology, okay? We have an actor or actress, someone who uses their emotions, their intensity to create a character, to tell a story, okay? Let's see, we have some are great scientists because of the curious mind. You could get into depth into an area, or like sociology or psychology research, even a psychologist, that area. Um, Someone who enjoys, naturopathy, the healing medicines, holistic medicine, that area is a natural fit for an INFP. Photographer, somebody who kind of moves through the world, kind of seeing it with a childlike idealism, that's, if you're a healthy INFP. We'll get into when things kind of get unbalanced, where you can have some self-destruction, or some I guess real struggles every day in life, and I'm hoping that I can help you with that. Okay, I'm going to sign off for now. I may be running out of time, but yes, so fellow INFPs out there, hello, welcome. Cherish yourself, believe in yourself, use your gifts to help others, to help society, to help humanity. We need it. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.